Every time you kiss me, I'm still not certain that you love me.
All right, Elvis fans, we're going to continue this series that I started. This was written by Harry McCarthy. This is an article that has a lot to do with Ginger Alden and, of course, Linda Thompson. Seems like there was a battle brewing after Elvis Presley's death on who was the most special person. And it looks like Linda does not believe that Elvis was going to marry Ginger. So let's get into this and see what it says. Elvis Presley never intended to marry raven-haired Ginger Alden despite the big diamond ring that he gave her. So says Linda Thompson, who lived with Presley for 5 years and remained his friend after they moved apart. Ginger announced after Elvis's death that they were engaged and that Elvis had planned a Christmas wedding. As proof, she displayed a 11.5-carat diamond ring she said the singer gave her when he proposed last November, but she was excluded from his will. So let's stop and talk about that real quick. I have actually read recently that she said that Elvis had asked her to marry him the morning that he died. So this is a little confusing. So this says that he proposed to her in November versus August 16th, the morning of. So let me know your thoughts on that, and we're going to keep going. But she was excluded from his will. I feel sure if Elvis had such plans, he would have said something about it to some of us. Linda told Midnight Globe her brother Sam Thompson was Presley's chief bodyguard at the time of his death. I didn't know about any wedding plans, neither did Sam or Priscilla, his ex-wife, or Father Vernon. Linda moved out of Elvis's Graceland mansion last December. So let's talk about that real quick as well. I don't think Sam would have known anything about it, and I don't even know if Linda would have known anything about it either. And Priscilla, I don't think so either. I believe the people that would have known about it would be Elvis's inner circle, the Memphis Mafia, and J.D. Sumner. And J.D. Sumner has said that Elvis said he was going to marry her. So I think that part is true. And I think that's where we have to go. You have to deduce from these articles what the truth is, because a lot of people thought that they knew everything about Elvis, and they didn't. But if you follow the history of the comments and the people that were around him, you can learn a little bit. So let's continue now. Linda moved out of Elvis Presley's Graceland last December, but they remained friends and spoke often on the telephone, she said. She told Midnight Globe she believed Elvis was exhausted at the end and didn't want to begin another long-lasting romance. I know he told a lot of people he just didn't feel like starting over, she said. I didn't care. Our romantic relationship was over, and I didn't care as long as he was going with someone who was good to him or would watch over him. But marrying Ginger so soon after he met her was not Elvis's style. He'd only known her a few months. He went out with Priscilla for 7 years before he married her. He and I lived together for 5 years before we broke up. Elvis was seeing other girls too. I know he sent Ginger back to Memphis while he was on tour so we could go out with Kathy Westmoreland, Presley's backup singer at concerts. So there's some more proof of him and Kathy Westmoreland's romance, is that Linda verified it. She knew that they were romantic. And he was dating a girl who worked at a bank near Graceland. He isn't here to defend himself and say yes or no about any marriage plan. That bothers me because Elvis hated for people to prey on him or on his name. Linda, who is now pursuing a career in TV, said Presley often gave her diamonds during their years together, as well as new cars and a house and a swimming pool near his Graceland estate. So, it sounded like there was a lot of drama back then, between Ginger and Priscilla and Linda. And, of course, Ginger's not really included in the Elvis weeks. Linda was this year. So let me know what your thoughts are, TLC, TCB, baby. And, make sure you hit all notifications.